28. Okay. So 28 goes there. What else do we know? Nathaniel cannot answer. The atomic mass. All right, how do we get the atomic mass? We add. All right, who said add there at the back? Roy, what do we add? All right, we add the protons and the neutrons. So to get mass, it's always the protons and the neutrons. So we add. So it's 28 plus 31. So what do we get?
59.
59. Okay. So give me something else we know. All right. So they're the atomic number. So the atomic number is 28. So the protons are 28. So the electrons are 28. Okay. So those people who just answered, so that was Roy, Logan, Nathaniel, William, Alze. Those are the voices I remember. Cannot answer on this next line. Okay? Going to the second line. So somebody who I did not name, give me something we know on the second line. All right, the protons are what? All right. Okay, so Alexa said the protons are 15 and the electrons are 15. Why'd you tell me that?
Because 15 is the atomic number. So
that is correct.
The same, and the electrons will be the same number.
That's correct. All right, so Alexis is not answering. You already answered. The atomic mass is 31. How'd you know that? Adding 15 and 16. All right, so John's not answering. All right, somebody else. What? All right, Zai said phosphorus. She knew that by looking up the atomic number. All right, I'm just going to write P there because it's not going to fit. All right, so somebody else. So John, Alexis, and Zai are out of the running. Logan's out of the running. William, Roy, Alize, Nathaniel, out of the running. So I need to hear from like Anna Lucia, Sacramento, Caleb, Janiyah, some of you folks. At bottom row, what do I know? Give me something we know. The atomic mass is what? It's filled in. Chase, could you give me something that's blank?
Oh, right. I thought you meant like, could you know?
Oh, okay. Give me something that's blank that we can figure out. How did you figure that out? Okay, so the atomic number is 13. All right, Chase, so if we know the atomic number is 13, what else would we know? Okay, I'll take that. The protons are 13. All right, give me something else we know, Janai. The electrons are 13. All right. Somebody else give me something we know who hasn't talked to me yet. We got one blank left. So Damien, Sierra, Caleb, one of you guys. John, East, one of you four. Give me something we know about neutrons. How do we find them? If it's the quiz and you got to fill in that blank, what do we do? Subtract what? 27 minus what?
All
right. 27 minus 13 gives us what? 27 minus 13 gives us 14. All right. Now we got to go back to those electrons because I didn't look at what the question said. All right. And I did when I turned around. So when I turned around, I looked at the question. What did I put beside that aluminum? Plus 3. What's the plus 3 mean? It means it's an ion, right? So if I put one of those on the quiz, which I have, what's this little plus 3 right here mean? It means it lost how many electrons? 3 electrons. So what am I going to do right here with these electrons?
Subtract.
I'm going to subtract 3, and I'm going to have how many?
10.
I'm going to have 10. Okay? So we're going to have 10 there. Questions? Everybody good? Any questions? All right, you got your homework? Because we're going to practice those ions because I gave you 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 just to see if we were still okay with those ions. All right. I am actually. So, here's one for Logan. You have it. pull it out so I can walk by and see it very quickly.
I'm bringing mine tomorrow.
It's fine.
I'm gonna bring it some.
I'm bringing mine tomorrow, too.
That was Janina. That was Davian. That was who else?
Yeah.
Yeah, Davian. That was John. That was Sierra. Let me ask you it this way. Who hasn't most of you come by their desk? Tom Edison Williams, Nathaniel. Okay, I don't have to see their name. You just walked over here. All right. And we'll see ya. I don't care if you did extra. Nothing better. So you didn't do 7 and 9, but you did extra over here. I just talk because I need to exercise my voice box. I shouldn't see she had hers. All right. So is there anybody I've missed who has homework? Anybody? Chase. I want me walking around looking at a bunch of people who don't have anything. All right. So that one was absent, 0, absent, 0, 0, 0, absent. All right. All right, so if we look at this, Fe has how many protons? How do we find protons? What tells protons? The atomic number, right? Which is the itty bitty number. So 26. The electrons are 26. What does this mean right there? Subtract 3 because it means you lost 3. We have 23. The neutrons, we do what? What do we do to find neutrons? 58 minus 26, which is going to be what? 32? I do it right in my head? Okay, I was going to say I can get a calculator. All right, number 3. How many protons are there? What tells protons? So 20. The electrons are 20. What does this mean? It's plus, so it means it lost 2.
18.
So it'll be 18. And then to find neutrons, we do what?
20.
So 40 minus 20 is 20. And then the last one, because we did all the odds, apparently we got all the pluses. So protons are 25. The electrons are 25. This means what? Subtract 7, you get 18. Neutrons, we say 55 minus 25, which is 30. All right, number 7, figuring out the element. We know we have 30 protons, so my atomic number is what? My atomic number is 30. I know my mass is these two combined, so my mass is 65. They're not the same, so I have a difference of 2. I have 2 more protons, so I'm positive 2. And I have 30 protons, so I'm zinc. So Zn, I have 65, I have 30, and I have plus 2. For this one, I have 12, so my atomic number is 12. I have 12 and 12, so my mass is 24. And I have a difference of 2. So again, positive 2, so we're Mg, 24, 12, plus 2. Questions for anybody who did it? Fabulous. We need a writing utensil and our periodic table.
Okay, you don't mind.
Are you going to make it up? I don't even think you're making it up. It's only 2 rows that line, so it's not going to kill you. All right, every blank is a separate question. Back to what I was doing. What was it? Yeah, as long as you run the name out, let the name out. It's spelled for you on the periodic table.
I know that I do.
And like small. I just stack up there by my laptop. Mm-hmm.
And if I want, I can get it for paperwork.
Can you what?
I don't know if I will, I can get it for paperwork.
Only if he's in his office. If he ain't in his office, no. I'm not wandering the building looking for him.
For the interruption, work keys testing is now complete in the media center. All seniors should be back in class. Thank you to all of the seniors who came and tested today. Thank you to everyone who has helped out. The bells will be turned back on at 12:30 whenever second lunch starts. Thank you.
It's still working. Me. Okay. good about that? Okay. I can see Alexis still has papers. Anybody have them besides Alexis? All right, while Alexis is finishing up, find your notes so we can talk about how to do the Bohr models. Okay. I'll put a couple things up here. Alex, why don't you go sit in the back while you finish up? Look fast so we don't get cold. All right, let's finish up what we were doing yesterday. We need to talk about how to do a Bohr model, and then I'm going to set you loose on making your model. Okay? We just need to talk about how to do one and wrap up what we were working on yesterday, and then I'm going to let you work by yourself. Okay, Raul, are you still working on the quiz? Or are you done? Okay, just checking. I thought you were, but I just wanted to make sure I was not wrong. All right, so this that we were talking about yesterday is a Bohr model. Okay, we talked about inner and outer shell. We talked about how to put where the electrons went, right? How many electrons did we say could go in the first ring? 2. How many could go in the second ring?
8.
How many could go in a third ring? 8. You don't have to worry about the other 18. All right, and how many could go in a fourth ring? 8. Okay. Now, from there, let's say that you have to draw magnesium. Now, first of all, nobody's going to have to build magnesium in the room. Okay? I will take that one out of the running so that we can build one or draw one on the board so everybody knows what they're going to do here shortly. So, I'm going to give you a piece of paper that has, I don't remember, 12, 14 questions on it that you have to answer. I'm going to walk around and assign you an element. Once you position yourself around the room, that's where you're stuck. The people who you position yourself with are your expert consultants. Okay, so if you have questions, they're the people who can help you. Okay, I am not going to tell you how to find protons. If you don't know how to find the protons in your atom, I hope someone in your group is going to be kind to you and tell you how to find the protons. Because I'm not. Okay? Same with neutrons and electrons. This is why we've been working on this the last few days. So, you're going to build your atom from the ground up. What are the two parts of an atom? Nucleus and electron cloud. You have to fashion a nucleus and an electron cloud. Okay? So, magnesium 24. You need to figure out how many protons, neutrons, and electrons you have so that you can build your atom. So how many protons would your atom have if this was your atom? How do you figure it out? Because you're going to have to do it for each individual atom. Okay, so find it where? Okay, so find your element. Okay, so the atomic number is 12. All right, William's going to be quiet because he's already given one answer. He's figured out that the atomic number is 12. Okay, each of you are going to have to find your atomic number for your element. Okay, now clearly there are not enough elements on the periodic table for me to give everybody a separate element and make this work. So some of you will duplicate, which is why you have to stay where you're at in the room. You cannot roam around the room and find answers. Okay, now most of you will not have more than one duplicate element somewhere in the room. So we have 12 for our atomic number. So how many protons would we have? 12. Okay, so you're going to have to put 12 protons in your nucleus. All right, how many electrons will we have? We will have 12 electrons that we're going to need to put in our electron cloud. And how many neutrons will we have? How do we get the 12 neutrons? All right, so Alizé has given me 12 minus 24 gives me 12 neutrons. She's not going to answer anything either. She's done. So we now have our particles. So you have to build to represent these things. On the back table, there's cardboard to help you put them on a form that you can turn into me because, you know, you can't have beads rolling all around the room. Secondly, if you throw any beads across the room, we're done. Everybody gets a 0. Beads are not to be thrown. All right, I just spent somewhere in the ballpark of $30 beefing up our bead and pipe cleaner and poster board collection so that I know I have enough for second or third and fourth period today. Do not throw beads. It pisses Miss Wall off badly. Okay? So, what has to go in the center of your atom? You're being quiet back there. All right, the nucleus. What particles are in the nucleus? Protons and neutrons. All right? So, if this was the model you were building, how many protons would you need? 12. So, you would need to take 12 beads, and you would have to put 12 protons in the center. And what else goes in the nucleus? Neutrons. So we'd have to have 12 neutrons. So you're going to have to fashion a nucleus that's going to have 12 protons and 12 neutrons. Now, you can take one pipe cleaner and you can figure out how to get 24 beads on there and ball it up into a tight center of a nucleus. Okay? You're going to need to do something with the ends so the beads don't do what? Fall off, okay? Because we don't need loose beads falling off. Plus, when I grade it, I have to be able to see that there are how many beads on it? 24. Now, I recommend you color code them in some kind of way so they're easily identifiable as protons, neutrons, or as a nucleus. Now, from there, you need to build your rings, your electron cloud, as it were. So, the first ring can have how many electrons? Can I have how many? 2. So bead number 1, bead number 2. Now, that's only how many of my 12 electrons? That's 2 of them, and I can have how many electrons? I can have 12 electrons. So, am I done? No, I'm going to need a few more pipe cleaners. Okay? So I'm going to take a few more. Please try to be conservative. We do not need 3 colors twisted together to try to make it look incredibly decorative. Okay? I'm not made of money. So from there, how many beads can I put on the second ring? 8. I can put 8 electrons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, if I put 8 there, how many electrons do I have in my model now? I have 10. How many electrons can magnesium have? Can I have 12? You said 12, and I've only put in how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Am I done? No. So I need another what? I'm going to take a little more pipe cleaner, and I'm going to make a third ring. Your third ring may hang off your board a little bit, depending on how big you make these rings. They do not have to be gigantic. All right? Now, I only need 12 electrons, and I've already put in how many? 10. I only need how many on the third ring? 2. So I'm going to put 1 here and 1 here. So I have how many? 12. Questions? Now, make sure when you finish building, you make a legend or a key. You need to label protons, neutrons, electrons, inner and outer shell. Okay? Any questions about that? You got it? Got it. Hand out the paper that goes with the questions. Here, Sierra, hand one of those to everybody. Filling these.
Yeah, well, one of these on each.
Now, if you drop these, please be ever so kind and pick these up. Now, I left the plastic cups back here on the table. That way, if you want to sort some beads, I have cups. I have some others I can always drag out if we don't have enough cups. All right. In each of the baskets of beads, there are 2 things of tape, with the exception of 1. I only had 11 things of tape, but I do have one of my tape dispensers I will loan. Now there is cardboard back here, as well as pipe cleaners back here. So, when you're working, please be mindful of not making a mess. All right? You need to put your name on your paper and on your poster board. Once you have positioned yourself around the room of where you want to be, first of all, each counter may not have more than 4 people. I will walk around as soon as you're situated and give you your element. Okay? That's all I need is your butt to be at a counter so I can assign you an element. Once you are there, you cannot change counters. Did you hear me say that?
Yep.
All right, get up and go. How was this?
I had to extra regular.
All right, here's your.
Okay, so what are we doing today? Something back there.
We're doing this.
That's all we had to do?
Well, that's all we took notes on. That's the only page I did notes on. Yeah, you're doing your own individual, that is correct. All right, I need people to be at the counters. Stop moving around. You want to have them here. Put your names on your papers also, so I know whose name I'm writing on, whose element I'm writing on here.
You just shared it?
Yes, I'm choosing your eldest.
Just working over here. You can have any number of those. It doesn't matter how many of those you have. Who's back here?
So, we just gotta be. What element? Okay, let's go.
I think they're all.
Here you go, miss.
Come around this side.
What do you want?
Do we have to color code it?
You need to do something about being able to tell me which parts are which, yes.
I can tell you which parts are which, but like certain colors of beads.
It's best.
You what's up for stuff on. I look at your sheet. You would tell me that because I put 7, and I put 7.
It's all the questions on mine too.
Don't you read it out? So I was supposed to.
Supposed to add 3. Supposed to add 3 to the electrons.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And remember, don't waste your time because you have a coloring lab to do tomorrow, and both of them are due by the bell. Now, when you guys are making your nucleus and your protons and neutrons, are y'all making a rainbow for me, or are you trying to make protons are one color and neutrons are another color? Checking. It's hard to make a legend if you got a rainbow. You were going along the break and all of a sudden you jumped off the rails. You're gonna lose last year.
Yeah, I was confused.
Huh? Periods run across. So periods can be like 1, 2, 3. Groups are the numbers at the top.
Just gonna bring my grade.
13 times.
Okay, second floor. What's wrong? I was got a second floor. I told you to I thought it was somewhere like
Yeah, I just don't know what you were thinking on that.
because I was doing like I feel like how
Or whatever you're thinking.
Cause I had the 37 right, and then I know what I did, because I was looking at the bottom, you know how like this is for the bottom. And I was looking at the bottom of the thing that was the exit. So now I know next time not to do it that way.
Alright, so that's the first time to do something electrons, you can build your own. Caleb, you and Chase get to work.
We're trying to put a separate sheet of paper on there.
You're, building them, when you got cardboard tonight, you gotta get to build it on it. You gotta use pipe cleaners and beads. I wouldn't necessarily fill all that in right now, but you can. Periods go across.
Okay, she was right. Like,
Hydrogen and helium are period 1, and then lithium are period 2. So on and so.
They do it.
Yeah. You know that proton electron. Same or different? They're the same as protons.
Oh, they're the same number.
Line it up perfect, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, but you got another activity tomorrow, so that's what I'm just saying, do as much time as you can today.
Protons, 17 neutrons, and 33. The electrons, the protons, and the neutrons have to do
You can still find that. It's like there's
I'm just saying, like, you work. Does that have to be a perfect circle? Because I'm not making perfect circles.
Yeah.
Can I get another piece of cardboard right from my I should make like 4 circles, so.
No, just hang off. It's okay.
You have 16. I have 16 electrons. These things on the outside. The last ring is the other.
See, I say that we win the game. No growth, no. Central.
Alright, if you will, I need you to find a stopping point. Alright, it's about 116. So any extra beads put back into the tub. Make sure your name is on your cardboard. Make sure your name is on your piece of paper. Okay? Take your group's cardboard and paper and stack them off to the side along the wall. Okay? The extras put back in the tub. Okay? The tape goes back into the tub. And then bring your tubs back here carefully to the table so we don't dump them. Try not to bump into anybody. Any unused pipe cleaners, bring those back here also.
So all I gotta do is hang on it.
All right, bring the cups back. What?
Leave our paper here with it.
Yeah, put your paper with it, just stack them up in a stack.
Put all of our groups in a stack or?
All the groups of stack, everybody from your count. You stack it up neatly.
Are you taking one?
That way tomorrow, it's just stack to the stack. Nice and neat. Put the calculators in the tub. That's perfect. That way nobody can mess with it. Put your calculators up. Extra cups back there. Extra pipe cleaners back there. Any papers you have laying around, heave ho. Not heavy jack there. Cut back there.
Oh, I already took it last time.
I need to keep track of it for fourth period. You too, Alize. Raul, was this the assignment for the pipe cleaners?
No, it's just my.
Who buys the pipe cleaners?
Why the pipe cleaner?
Not the school. I do. I don't buy them for you to make the Mexican flag.
That's not the Mexican flag, that's the, Italian.
Dude,
Are you Italian?
I am. Hello. Oh, what?
I'm pretty much from every country. I gotta
I don't care. I didn't buy them for you to make that flag either.
I was thinking of making the fish.
Oh,